Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be teaching you how to use a VLOOKUP in Excel, and we're going to be using the insert function tool. So I'm assuming you have a problem similar to mine where you have 2 pages of data and you have a common identifier. In my case it's ID, and we want to pull data in from one page to another. So just looking at my data set, we have the main data set, which is the ID, first name and last name, and the secondary data set is the ID and email address. We want to pull in the email address to the main page. So the first thing you're going to want to do is make a new column name. Mine is email address, but yours will be whatever you're pulling in. Then you want to select the box just under the new column name you've made. So I'm going to click just under the email address box. Once you've selected that box, you want to go up to formulas, and then you're going to want to click on insert function. Now at the top, start typing in VLOOKUP and then click go. So that will give you a VLOOKUP here. Now you double click or click VLOOKUP and then click OK. So now we are creating a VLOOKUP, and this is a tool basically made by Excel to help you do VLOOKUPs, and it breaks it down to one piece at a time. So the first thing we want to look at is the lookup value. So the lookup value is the main identifier. It's the thing that links the pages together. In my case, it's going to be their ID number. In your case, it might be something else. So where you started making that VLOOKUP, you want to go across on that same row and click that unique identifier. So in this case, it's going to be A2 for me. We're going to click on that ID number 1. So it's basically the first unique identifier, and it's got to be on that same row that you've built the VLOOKUP on. So once you've selected that, we then want to select the area we're searching for our data. So we have our main data set, but we're going to be looking at the email address data set, so our secondary data set, to search for the information we need. So highlight this secondary data set, so you can just drag from the top left to the bottom right, or you can do Control Shift and use the arrow keys to highlight the whole area. So this will be the area we're searching in for the email address. And then you're going to want to lock this area in place. So you can see it says A1 to B, I think it's 1001, and that's just a representation of my table. That's like, okay, we're looking in this area. And you can imagine it's a big rectangle. We don't want it to drop down every time our VLOOKUP goes down a level. We want to just look at this set area. So you want to lock it in place. So you want to put a $sign before the first letter and then after that letter, and then the same for the second letter. So hopefully you can see it on my screen, and this will lock the VLOOKUP table in place. Next thing you're going to want to do is type in the column number which you're looking for your data in. So if you look at our secondary data set, we've got the ID and an email address. The data we want is in the second column, so we're going to put number 2. Yours might be further along, so you might use a different column number. Then finally, in the box at the bottom, you're probably going to want to put false. If you put false, it means it won't give you inaccurate results back. So if you put false and there's no results, it will tell you there's no results. But if you don't put false in this box, it will give you the closest result. And I'm guessing you don't want that because it will probably bring back something that is inaccurate. So you're going to want to put false. When that's all done, you click OK. So now you can see we've got a VLOOKUP for that first row. It's basically looking at that ID in column A, and then it's using that to search the email address table. But we want the VLOOKUP working for every row. So what you want to do is put your mouse over the bottom right of the box. It should turn to a black plus sign, double click it or drag it down to the bottom, and then you will have a VLOOKUP for each row. So now you've double clicked that, hopefully you've got results for all your data. If you want, you can copy and then paste them back in as plain values if you want to get rid of the VLOOKUP formula. And that's pretty much it. I probably could go into a bit more details about little bits here and there, but I think it probably makes sense to keep it a bit shorter. And if you do have any questions, I can try to help you down below. So please feel free if you feel like I skipped anything, or if something wasn't clear, or if you just want me to expand on it, please feel free to just drop a comment down below and I'll do my best to get back to you there. Best of luck with everything, and thanks for watching.